Hey everybody, welcome to the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. Now, what goes on over here at the Cardone Solutions Podcast? Well, it's very simple. We're going to take Grant Cardone's content, free content. 80% of what we do at Cardone Training Technologies is 100% free. Give, and service is senior, our core tenements of what we do here. So what I like to do is I take Grant's content that's out there. This could be a blog post he's written, could be an email, could be an article he's written, a tweet, something up on the gram, anything. If it's floating out in cyberspace and you can access it, I'm going to take it, I'm going to dissect it, I'm going to throw some measurable action ideas onto it, maybe throw a little bit of my own spin on it, and I'm going to give it back to you. So you can take it and you can plug it into your sales and your business and your life. Now, today is going to be a serious topic, right? No negativity allowed, so we try and stay as positive as we possibly can, but sometimes there's some realities that need to get addressed. And so today we're going to address some reality. We're going to do, I'm going to call it the COVID update, but we're going to look at some reality. But before I do it, I got to ask a favor. I need a small, itsy bitsy, teensy weensy little favor. Would you make sure that wherever you're listening to this, you have pushed the subscribe button? And for those of you that have already subscribed and are sick of me hearing this, thank you for putting up with my shameless plug right now. But I want to make sure that you don't, if it's giving you value, if you're getting something out of it, then I don't want you to be missing any of it. Okay, so make sure you've subscribed to it. Also, if you're enjoying it, if it is getting you value, if it is helping, please make sure that you are sharing it out wherever you socialize on the media, right? Tweet this out somewhere, drop a message on LinkedIn with why you enjoy it, what you got out of it, throw it up on the Facebook, anywhere. TikTok this sucker. I don't care, right? But just share it. Because if it's helping you, then maybe it's going to help somebody else too, right? So let's get the message out. Let's help. Let's serve. That's what we do, okay? So today, your COVID update. I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons why many people won't recover economically. And that is a hard truth. Not everyone is going to make it out all right. A lot of folks won't recover. They won't recover economically. And I am a firm believer that we're going to lose more lives, as economically speaking, than will ever die from this virus. Now, recently, Grant put out, because you want to be at cause for what happens. You want to be the reason why things happen, not the effect. So Grant put out an email that identifies the 5 main reasons why so many people are going to have trouble coming back from this COVID deal. And I wanted you as a listener of the Cardone Solutions Podcast to also be aware of these traps, because that's what they are. Like, what's a trap? Think about a bear trap. What's the purpose of that thing? Get the animals stuck. And they can't go anywhere. They can't move. And then what happens as a result? They die. So I want you to be aware of these traps so you can avoid them, and avoid them like the plague, so that you won't be one of the ones who doesn't recover economically. Okay, so here's the top 5 reasons many won't recover economically. I'm going to do them backwards. I'm going to start with 5 and we're going to end up at number 1. The 5th reason is lack of consistency. Those that succeed in the months to come will make very consistent their routines in their life. And a consistent approach, literally, this starts with you getting very consistent in your day-to-day operations and what you do every single day. You've got to be consistent. You want to have some very definitive and specific answers to the following questions. If you're taking notes, write these down. When will I wake up? You should wake up at the same time every single day, come hell or high water, regardless of what time you went to bed. What do you do next? What do I do next? I wake up at the exact same time, then what? You need the then what so that you'll wake up at the same time. What do I do when I get to work? If you don't have work, how will you get work? And if you don't have work, you don't change the first three things. You still get up at the same time. You still have a morning routine. And your new job is to get a job. Grant talks about that in his How to Get a Job in 72 Hours, which is available right now for you for free inside Cardone University. So you want to get consistent and you want to quit making it up. Okay? Successful people don't change their approach unless it doesn't work. You've heard the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That's what they're talking about when it comes to that. Consistent people are only going to change with conditions. So are you going to bed at the same time every single day? So you can get up at the same time every single day? Are you eating the same foods that are healthy and nurturing and nourishing? Are you repeating the same successful actions over and over and over and over again? If not, then you're winging it. You cannot afford to just wing it right now. Number 4 is normal actions. Now, what do we mean by that? That means doing anything in life that society is going to consider normal. This will only get you average at best. But in a bad economy, normal actions, they're dangerous and could be disastrous. So it is normal to work a 9 to 5. It's normal to take an hour lunch and 2 breaks, 2 10s. That's normal. It's also normal to make $52,000 a year. The average median income in the United States of America as of 2018 was $63,000. That's normal. And this is why those who are working the 9 to 5, this is why the 9 to 5 that's why you are normal. That's why you're never going to be rich. They're taking average actions. Are you taking average actions? Are you taking average actions for your finances? Now, the rich, they take massive action. Grant being a primary example, but let's step outside of the Cardone world for a second and look at a dude named Elon Musk. This guy's a 120-hour work week. 120 hours. Average American reads 1 book a year. Top CEOs are reading 50 to 60. That's not an accident. So let's just face it. You're going to make 2 sales calls or 20? Because there's plenty of money out there right now floating around the planet. And most people don't have much of it. Why? Well, the reality, the hard truth, regardless of a COVID situation, is most people won't take enough action to get the money. Even in a crisis, or even especially in a crisis, because what happens? They contract. Number 3, no target. Do you have an income target? Because most people don't. And if you ask the average person on the street what their income target is, they probably won't have a response. If you didn't, And a lot of folks get offended when you bring it up because apparently you're not supposed to talk about money. Well, if you can't talk about it, how the hell are you supposed to get it? No wonder you don't have any money. No wonder people don't have any money. I mean, if you don't have a financial goal, I mean, there's nothing to hit. Without a target, there's nothing to hit. So you need to set one. And if you want this year to be successful, still, you got to set high targets, even, or maybe even especially, in an uncertain economy. Because look, you're far better off missing a target that you set than not setting one to begin with. Or not having one at all. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, number 2. This one kind of grinds my gears. Entitlement. People feel they deserve money without earning it. That's the part that grinds my gears. And this is probably why, there's this universal basic income thing floating around. That's probably why it's getting traction, right? People are going to stay on unemployment for how long? Maybe as long as possible. There's folks out there that are going to milk this thing. But I'm going to give you another hard truth. And this is a hard truth that was not always part of my paradigm. I have seen the light, but I believed this at one point. I felt I had that sense of entitlement. I felt that I was owed something. I felt that I deserved something. But the hard truth is this. And the sooner you face it, the faster you can get over it, get through it, and start doing something about it. But you're owed nothing. And you deserve nothing. And you're entitled to nothing. And I came to this awareness from a quote that I heard years ago from Dr. Laura Schlesinger on KFI AM 640, mid-90s. And she said, anything worth having must be earned. I'll say it again. Anything worth having must be earned. Changed how I thought about everything. Changed how I thought about money. Changed how I thought about relationships. Changed how I thought about my spiritual life. Changed how I thought about my physique. Changed everything. And folks that have an entitlement mentality, they will never work hard enough to earn any real money because they feel like money should be given to them. Nobody who accepts a government handout is rich. And they never will be unless they change their mindset about money and about how it is created. And if you go back through all of history, people that are enslaved, they are given just enough to survive. And I don't know about you, but I'm not interested in that. I promise you Grant's not. If I'm going to just survive, I don't want to just survive. I want to survive at the highest level. Surviving at such a high level that it would be considered thriving. What about you? Okay, number 1. Last, definitely, is not least in this case. You ready? It's no sales skills. Learn to sell and you can go anywhere. One of Grant's first video promotions that he had out there, that's what the video opened with, was that quote. Learn to sell and you can go anywhere. You can have anything you want in life if you just learn how to sell. And Grant will be the first guy to tell you that he hated selling, that he hated sales. How does somebody that hates sales make a decision to become great at it? You got to be off your rocker. Or very committed to creating financial freedom. And here's the deal, if you're still stuck on number 2. We live on an economic planet. And your economy, go look up the definition and the etymology of the word economy. Your economy is going to depend on your ability to sell yourself, your ideas, and your products to the marketplace. So when Grant was 25, he got very, very serious about becoming a professional salesperson and becoming great at that craft. And so he started studying and training every single day. Because nobody's born with the ability to sell. As a kid, we have some natural talents, persistence, follow-up, closing. But those are all rough, right? Like, how do you fine-tune those? How do you polish those things up? That requires training, requires education. And that's why Cardone U exists, to give you that. It's a platform where like anybody can literally learn the skill that they need to get their money right. So to wrap this up, that's my question to you today. Is your money right? If you want to recover economically from this COVID thing, is your money right? And if you're worried that you won't, then your money's not right. If you're not where you want to be, it's because one of these 5 reasons is out. Or more than one, possibly. I go over these every day. That's part of my training. How's my selling skill? Where's my sense of entitlement? What's the target? Am I doing just enough or am I just going all in? Am I 10Xing it? And am I consistent on it? So what can you do today? Don't even bother signing up for Cardone University. Forget it. What can you do right now to be more consistent? Forget the sales pitch I'm going to drop on you right now. Forget it. What can you do right now to be more consistent? And chances are you're consistent already. You're just consistent on the wrong things. Are you doing enough? Are you legitimately doing enough? I mean, come on, be honest. Not with me, with you. You know you could be doing more right now. And if you're not, that might mean that your target is not big enough, okay? I heard Grant talk to, he was running a sales meeting for an organization, and he said, you need goals that change your life. And I thought about that for a while, and I'm starting to recognize, like, if your goals don't change your life, you're not going to stick to them, first of all. But then the second thing is changing your life does not mean when you get the goal. Goals that change your life should change your life right now. Meaning how you're living it. Because if you don't have it already, you're going to need to do something different. And one of my favorite Cardone quotes of all time is this: no one is going to come to your house and make your dreams come true. They're not. They haven't shown up yet. Stop waiting. Okay? You need to do that. And that's going to start with you skilling up. So, back to the sales pitch. If you're serious about that, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, then let's get you on Cardone University. Because right now it's free. 14 days free. You get to go in there for the next 2 weeks and test yourself on your ability to be consistent. You get to test yourself on taking massive action. You get to test yourself on setting goals and targets that change your life. Okay? You get to unwind the entitlement mentality if you got it, and then you get to skilled up. You get to get better. Okay? And if you need some help with that, go to cardonesolutions.com/Cardone U free. That's cardonesolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. And I want to be here to help you through it. Okay? You can email me, david@grantcardone.com, or you can fire off a phone call, 310-777-0352. That's my office line. I'm happy to coach you through how to use Cardone University specifically so that you get what you want, so that you're setting goals and targets that change your life today, okay? And that you're using it in a way that gets your skill up, okay? 310-777-0352. That's my office line. david@grantcardone.com. That's my email. Anything I can do to help and serve, please reach out. I'm going to leave you with the words of Uncle G because it's perfect to wrap this one up. Be great if nothing else pays.